game highlights and pregame show with Coach Keith Etheredge. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, Trevor. How are you?
Doing good. This week, once again brought to you by Friends to Re-elect Owen Drake for State Representative, District 45. Coach, that was an incredible 62-7 win over Central Coosa, and you pulled your starters in the second quarter. That creates an opportunity for some other people who don't normally get to play to get a chance to play. How does that help us as we go through this year?
It just gives the young guys some more reps. Great job by the starting guys. They were up 34-0 at the end of the first quarter, and then 48-0 at halftime. So yeah, they did a great job. We had some, I think, a block on it, and so a lot of special team scores in that 62 points. So it's always good to get the third aspect of your game going. Offense, defense, special teams. So anytime you can do that, you're going to be successful.
And we might need those younger guys later down the road.
Absolutely, absolutely. Young guys have played a big part in what's going on this year already. The sophomore and freshmen are playing a little bit on special teams, and you actually got, we got a lot of juniors playing. So got a good group coming back next year. So.
And Coach, one of the things I noticed at the game was the conditioning of the Leeds players, just standing next to the Central Coosa players, how much more muscular they were, and it showed on the field too. How important is weight training in today's football game?
Huge. It's one of the most important aspects of football these days. You got to be strong, you got to be well conditioned, you got to be willing to you got to be strong so you can go those 4 quarters and go the 14, 15 ball games that we're going to play this year hopefully, and just to get through a 10-game season, you got to be well prepared and be able to, handle the beating and pounding that you're going to take every Friday night and every day of practice.
And now, we've got a long travel this coming Friday to Beulah. It's about 120 miles, depending on how you get to it. It's a key region game. Tell us who we're facing.
Well, we got Beulah Friday night. They're a good football team. They've won some games this year, and they've played some people tough. And we just need everybody to come on down and support us. I know it's a long trip, but hopefully we'll make it worth the while. If they come down and support us, we need some fans in the stands, as you would say, to take a little tension off our guys. It's going to be a good environment down there. It's past Auburn, I think. So, there's a lot of things to do on the way down there and on the way back.
And it's right next to the Georgia state line, I believe. And
yeah.
Do we know anything about Beulah? Are they a passing team, a running team?
They like to run the football. They run the football. They throw it every once in a while when they need to, but they're predominantly a run-based team, and we've been pretty good at stopping the run this year. So if we can get them out of their comfort zone, make them throw the ball a little bit, I think that'll play in our hands.
All right, so not to get too far ahead of ourselves, Coach, but at what point will we know if we've got a playoff spot?
I think with a win this week, we'll secure a playoff spot. Now, according to what we do the next 2 weeks, determines, where we're at in those playoff spots. If we win this week and next week, we're for sure going to be a number 1 and number 2 seed, pretty much. I would think, barring anything crazy happening. I would say a win this week pretty much secures a spot.
Coach, if you could explain a little more for people who don't know what the seeding does, what advantage it gives you. I know it gives you more home games.
Exactly. What it does, if you're a 1 or 2 seed, you're going to get that first round playoff game at home. And determined by who you play next, if they were on the road, of course you're going to have to go to their place, second round. If they were at home and you were at home, if you're in the same region, you were above them, it's going to be at your place. It's just according, after the first round, it's just according to how it falls. But first round, you get a game at home if you're a 1 or 2 seed. So. And
that home field advantage can help.
Absolutely.
What does the team have to do to secure those higher seeds, given the rest of their schedule?
We need to at least win the next 2 games to be one of the top 2 seeds. In that third game, I think with Hanley is going to be, I would think, would be for the region championship. They're playing real well right now. I think they're ranked number 3. And I think that, what we do in that game is going to be a big return on, going into the playoffs, what seed we're going to be.
Coach, we'd like to thank you for being with us once again for another edition of After the Game Highlights.
Thank you, Mr.
We'd also like to thank our sponsor, the Friends to Re-elect Owen Drake for State Representative District 45. They're asking for your vote for Owen on November 2nd. And I hope everybody can make it out to this Friday Beulah game. We need some people out in the stands. Remember, roll green wave.